G'day guys, Dr. Emily Harper here, and I've got something that's going to absolutely blow your mind today. Right now, as you're watching this, there's a bloke in his mid-70s who's sitting down with his morning cuppa, adding a simple ingredient that's completely transformed his life. 3 weeks ago, this same fella couldn't look his wife in the eye because of what he'd lost. Today, he's got his confidence back, his energy's through the roof, and his intimate life is better than it's been in decades. And here's the kicker. It all started with what he put in his coffee each morning. I'm a urologist and men's health specialist right here in Sydney, and I've spent over 15 years helping blokes just like you reclaim what they thought was gone for good. I've worked with thousands of men, from tradies to CEOs, and I've seen the same pattern over and over. Most of you reckon that losing your vitality, your strength, your performance, it's just part of getting older. But I'm here to tell you, that's a load of rubbish. That same cup of coffee you've been drinking for decades can either keep you weak, or it can be the thing that brings back the confidence and vitality you thought you'd lost forever. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've heard it all before, right? Every man and his dog has a miracle cure these days. But stick with me, because what I'm about to share isn't some dodgy supplement or expensive treatment. It's something you've probably already got in your kitchen cupboard, and when you combine it with your morning coffee the right way, it works with your body's natural systems to boost blood flow, support hormone production, and restore what's been missing. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly confident? Not just going through the motions, but genuinely strong and capable. If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. I see blokes in my clinic every single day, good men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, who've convinced themselves that this is just how it is now. They've tried the little blue pills, they've bought the expensive supplements, they've done everything except address what's actually going on inside their bodies. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. The problem isn't just about one thing. It's not just your testosterone. It's not just blood flow. It's not just stress. It's all of these things working together, or more accurately, not working together. Your cardiovascular system, your hormones, your nervous system, they're all connected, and when one starts to struggle, the others follow. But here's the brilliant part. When you support all of these systems at once with the right natural ingredients, your body remembers how to function properly again. I had a patient, let's call him Bill, 73 years old, retired, sparky from the northern beaches. Bill came to see me after years of frustration. He tried everything his GP recommended, spent a fortune on supplements, even considered some pretty serious medical interventions, but nothing worked long term. He was ready to give up. Then I told him about this coffee protocol, and I'll be honest, he looked at me like I'd lost the plot, but Bill was desperate enough to give it a crack. Within 3 weeks, he was ringing me up, excited as a kid on Christmas morning. His energy was back, his morning grogginess was gone, and most importantly, he had his confidence back in the bedroom. So let's get into it. The first ingredient you're going to add to your coffee is cinnamon, and I'm not talking about a tiny sprinkle for flavor. I'm talking about half to a full teaspoon of proper Ceylon cinnamon every single morning. Now, you might be wondering why cinnamon. Here's the science behind it. And trust me, it's fascinating. Cinnamon is absolutely packed with compounds that directly improve your vascular health. When I say vascular health, I'm talking about your blood vessels, your arteries, the entire system that pumps blood around your body. And here's the thing, blokes, strong erections are all about blood flow. It's that simple. If your blood vessels are stiff, inflamed, or not functioning properly, nothing else matters. You could have the testosterone levels of a 20-year-old, but if the blood can't get where it needs to go, you're stuffed. Cinnamon contains these powerful compounds called cinnamaldehyde and polyphenols. These work by relaxing the smooth muscle in your blood vessel walls, which means your arteries can dilate properly. Think of it like clearing out the pipes in your house. When there's build-up and restriction, water barely trickles through. But when everything's clean and open, you get proper flow. That's exactly what cinnamon does for your circulation. But it doesn't stop there. Cinnamon also helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, and this is crucial for blokes our age. When your blood sugar's all over the shop, bouncing up and down throughout the day, it damages your blood vessels over time. It's like sandpaper rubbing against delicate tissue. Cinnamon helps smooth out those spikes and crashes, protecting your cardiovascular system in the long run. Plus, stable blood sugar means steady energy. No more of those afternoon crashes that leave you knackered on the couch. Now, here's something most doctors won't mention. Cinnamon has a direct effect on nitric oxide production in your body. Nitric oxide is absolutely essential for getting and maintaining strong erections. It's the signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and let blood flow in. Without enough nitric oxide, it doesn't matter what else you do, things won't work properly. Cinnamon helps your body produce more of this crucial molecule naturally. And for those of you worried about using the wrong type, stick with Ceylon Cinnamon, not the cheaper cassia variety. Ceylon is gentler on your liver and has higher concentrations of the beneficial compounds we're after. You can get it at any decent health food shop or even Woolies these days. The second ingredient is coconut oil, and I want you to add about 1 tablespoon to your coffee each morning. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oil in coffee? Sounds a bit weird, mate, but hear me out, because this is an absolute game changer. When you blend coconut oil into hot coffee, it creates this creamy, frothy texture that's actually really enjoyable. It's like a latte, but without the dairy that might be causing you inflammation. Coconut oil is unique because it contains medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs for short. These are special types of fats that your body processes completely differently from other fats. Instead of being stored, MCTs are converted directly into energy. This means you get a sustained energy boost without the crash you get from sugar or the jitters from too much caffeine. For blokes trying to reclaim their vitality, this steady, clean energy is gold. But here's where it gets really interesting for men's health. MCTs have been shown to support healthy testosterone production. Your body needs good fats to produce hormones. It's not optional. When you cut out all fats trying to be healthy, you're actually sabotaging your hormone production. The specific fats in coconut oil provide the raw materials your body needs to manufacture testosterone naturally. There's also research showing that coconut oil has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of male vitality. It damages blood vessels, interferes with hormone signaling, and generally mucks up all your body's systems. The lauric acid in coconut oil helps reduce this inflammation throughout your body, including in those crucial areas we care about. And here's a bonus. Coconut oil helps your body absorb all the other beneficial compounds we're adding to this coffee. Many of the active ingredients in cinnamon, and the next ingredient I'm about to tell you about, are fat-soluble, meaning they need fat to be properly absorbed. Without the coconut oil, you're not getting the full benefit of everything else. Now, the third ingredient is raw cacao powder, and this is where things get really exciting. I want you to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of unsweetened cacao powder to your coffee. Not the sugary hot chocolate mix from the supermarket. I'm talking about pure, raw cacao powder. You can get it at any health food shop or online. Cacao is one of the richest natural sources of flavonoids on the planet. These compounds are absolute superstars when it comes to cardiovascular health. Multiple studies have shown that regular cacao consumption improves blood flow, reduces blood pressure, and enhances the function of the endothelium, which is the lining of your blood vessels. Remember what I said earlier, healthy blood vessels equal healthy function where it counts. But cacao does something else that's absolutely crucial for mature men. It's one of the best natural sources of magnesium, and most blokes over 50 are deficient in this essential mineral without even knowing it. Magnesium is involved in over 300 different processes in your body, including testosterone production, energy metabolism, and nerve function. When you're low on magnesium, everything suffers. Your energy, your mood, your performance, all of it. Cacao also contains compounds that boost your body's production of nitric oxide, just like cinnamon. But it works through a slightly different pathway, which means you're getting a synergistic effect. It's like having 2 different keys to the same lock. Your body gets multiple signals to increase blood flow and improve vascular function. And here's something that often gets overlooked. Cacao contains phenylethylamine, the same chemical your brain produces when you fall in love. It's a natural mood enhancer that can help with motivation, focus, and that general feeling of well-being. For blokes dealing with the psychological side of performance issues, this mental boost can be just as important as the physical benefits. The fourth ingredient is fresh ginger, and you'll want to add about half a teaspoon of freshly grated ginger or a quarter teaspoon of dried ginger powder. Ginger has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, and modern science is finally catching up to why it's so effective. Ginger is a powerful circulation booster. It helps thin your blood slightly, which improves flow throughout your entire body. It also has strong anti-inflammatory properties that complement what the coconut oil is doing. But here's what's really interesting for men's health. Studies have shown that regular ginger consumption can increase testosterone levels by up to 17%. That's not a typo. 17% from a simple spice you probably already have in your kitchen. Ginger also helps with something that affects a lot of blokes our age: digestive issues. If your gut isn't functioning properly, you're not absorbing nutrients efficiently, which means all the good stuff you're putting in your body isn't getting where it needs to go. Ginger helps stimulate digestive enzymes and reduce inflammation in your gut, improving overall nutrient absorption. Right, so now you know the 4 key ingredients. Let me tell you exactly how to put this together, because I know from the messages I get that this is where most blokes get confused. You want this to be simple, something you can do every morning without turning your kitchen into a chemistry lab. Here's my exact protocol. Brew your coffee however you normally do, whether that's a plunger, an espresso machine, or instant. Doesn't matter. While it's hot, add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw cacao powder, and half a teaspoon of fresh grated ginger. If you're using dried ginger, use a quarter teaspoon instead. Now, this is important. You need to blend it. Don't just stir it with a spoon. That won't properly emulsify the coconut oil. Use a small handheld frother. They're about $15 at Kmart. Or pour everything into a blender and give it a quick whiz for 20 seconds. What you'll end up with is this creamy, frothy coffee that looks like something from a fancy cafe. As for sweetener, this is where I get a lot of questions. Ideally, you drink it without any added sugar, because sugar counteracts a lot of the benefits we're after. But if you need to sweeten it, use a tiny bit of raw honey or stevia. Absolutely avoid white sugar or artificial sweeteners. They'll undo the good work these ingredients are doing. Drink this every morning, ideally on an empty stomach or with a light breakfast. The effects are cumulative, meaning they build up over time. Don't expect miracles overnight, but most blokes start noticing changes within 2 to 3 weeks. Increased energy usually comes first, then improved focus and mood, and finally, the changes in physical performance that you're really after. Now, I mentioned Bill earlier, the 73-year-old retired electrician. Let me tell you the rest of his story because it perfectly illustrates what's possible. Bill started this protocol on a Monday morning. He told me later that he didn't feel anything special the first week, just noticed he wasn't as tired in the afternoons. Week 2, he realized he was waking up feeling more refreshed, and his mood was better. His wife even commented that he seemed more like his old self. But it was week 3 when everything clicked. Bill woke up one morning and realized he had morning wood for the first time in years. Later that week, he and his wife were intimate, and for the first time in a long time, everything worked properly. No pills, no stress, just natural function returning. Bill's now been on this protocol for over 8 months, and he reckons it's changed his life. He's got his confidence back, his energy's consistent, and his relationship with his wife has never been better. Here's what I want you to understand, guys. This isn't about chasing your youth or trying to be 20 again. It's about supporting your body's natural systems so they can function the way they're supposed to. Your body wants to work properly. It's designed to, but it needs the right fuel and the right support. These ingredients provide exactly that. Think about it like maintaining a good ute. You wouldn't put cheap fuel in it and expect it to run like new, would you? You'd use the right oil, the right fuel. Keep up with the maintenance. Your body's no different. You've been putting up with subpar performance because you've been giving it subpar support. Change the input, and the output changes too. I also want to address something I hear all the time in my clinic. Blokes say, "Doc, I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. And I get it. I truly do. When you've been disappointed over and over, it's hard to believe that something this simple could make a difference. But here's the thing. Most of what you've tried before was either addressing only one piece of the puzzle or was full of rubbish ingredients and false promises. This approach is different because it works with your body's multiple systems simultaneously. The cinnamon improves your blood flow and vascular health. The coconut oil provides the fats you need for hormone production and gives you clean energy. The cacao boosts nitric oxide and provides essential minerals. The ginger reduces inflammation and further supports testosterone. Together, these ingredients create a synergistic effect that's greater than the sum of its parts. And look, I'm not saying this is the only thing you should do. If you're serious about reclaiming your vitality, you need to look at your whole lifestyle. Get some regular exercise. Even just walking 30 minutes a day makes a massive difference. Cut back on the grog. Limit the processed foods. Get decent sleep. But this coffee protocol, this is the foundation that makes everything else work better. One more thing before we wrap up. Some of you might be thinking, can I add other stuff to this? I get asked about turmeric, about maca, about all sorts of things. And the answer is, sure. If you want to experiment, go for it. But don't overcomplicate it. These 4 ingredients work brilliantly together. And adding more isn't necessarily better. Start with this base protocol. Stick with it for at least a month, and then you can think about tweaking if you want. If you're on any medications, especially blood thinners or diabetes medications, have a chat with your doctor first. These ingredients are all natural and generally safe, but it's always smart to check, particularly if you're on prescription meds. Most GPs will give you the green light, but it's worth the conversation. So there you have it, folks. 4 simple ingredients, 1 morning ritual, and the potential to transform how you feel, how you perform, and how you show up in your life. This isn't about quick fixes or magic bullets. It's about consistently giving your body what it needs to function properly. Do this every morning. Be patient with the process. And I reckon you'll be ringing up your mates in a few weeks, telling them they need to try this too. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments below. I read every single one, and I try to answer as many as I can. And if this video helped you, do me a favor and share it with a mate who might need it. We don't talk about this stuff enough, and there are too many good blokes out there suffering in silence when they don't have to. Let's change that. Right. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. And remember, it's never too late to feel like yourself again.